Hello, my name is Sofia and this is a walkthrough to OSINT Exercise 024. On my website you can find a number of OSINT exercises to practice your skills. If you have not attempted to solve this one yet, you can find the link in the description and give it a go first. If you're here because you have completed, well done, you should be very proud. If you're here because you want to find out how to solve it, I hope you find this video useful. So welcome to OSINT Exercise 024, Task Briefing. There are countless armed insurgent groups spread throughout the globe. The three images below, these ones, depict individuals associated with internationally recognized terrorist organizations. Your task is to identify to which group they have pledged their allegiance. And you have A, photo 1, B, photo 2, and C, photo 3. Note, you do not need to find the source for any of these images. Please stay out of trouble. Do not get yourself on a list. And I've marked this exercise level as for beginners all over the place, easy, hard, medium, experts, easy, medium, easy. That's it. You can click these links to open the images in new windows, or you can just right click the pictures, whatever floats your boat, doesn't matter. Right, okay, exciting. So you have no idea where I have been to get these images. It was very fun though, not the beheadings, didn't really like those. Anyway, let's start with photo number 1, this one. Clicking it. Brilliant. Okay, so what do we see here? There are 3 people in this image. If you only saw 2, you should have looked closer. They all appear to be carrying rifles. You can see the butts of 2 of the weapons here, and also the front side of the 2 rifles at the front. So we have one here, which connects to this one, and we have the front side of the weapon that this person in the front is carrying. The people are wearing similar clothing. They appear to have something covering their faces, like a scarf, a bandana, I don't know. It's red on the right, here you go, red on the right, black on the left. So you can see the one in the front as well. And it connects there at the back. There are also a few other black and red items visible. So you have here a logo, some sort of patch on the right arm of this guy, and here an armband on this one. This one has red at the top, black at the bottom, and some sort of symbol on it. It appears to be an N, but as we have yet to establish where they're from, this could be a character from a non-Latin script. We don't know that yet. Anyway, in terms of location, this seems to be forestry. We don't need all of this information to find the name of the organization, but all of these details are useful to confirm or disprove our final assessment. So now that we have analyzed this image, we can finally do something with it. So let's just do an image reverse search using Google. Hopefully Google Lens will pick up these color patterns, maybe give us some useful results. Let's see that. Right, so all the results are rubbish, absolutely rubbish. They're all over the place. I don't see anyone wearing masks. What's up with that? But look at what happens when I click this dude. Suddenly, everything is exactly what I'm looking for. Great. So what does it say here? I see the word Colombia a lot. There's Colombia. It says ELN. I see some pictures here which appear to show that they have ELN on their mask, on their face mask. So let's Google that. Let's Google ELN Colombia and see what happens. National Liberation Army. Okay, promising. Let's check the images and look at that. This is definitely very similar to the one we have. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put them side by side, the one from the exercise and maybe this one from the BBC. Sounds good. Let's check it out. Colombia's rebel ELN begin first truce in over half a century. I'm going to just put them side by side. Brilliant. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. So we have the face covering with the red on the right. You can see the red is on the right, like this one, black on the left. The armband that's red at the top, black at the bottom says ELN. So we have the N there, which is definitely an N here. And that's it. We got it. This is the ELN. So what does ELN stand for? Let's try to figure this out. Where was I? So here all. Let's check the Wikipedia page. I'm going to zoom so you can actually read. Okay, so it says it stands for Ejército de Liberación Nacional. I'm not sure if my Spanish is up to standard, but I gave it my best. Anyway, so this is done. That was it. Fast and easy. Second image. Let's do this. We're on a roll. Let me just close all of this. Let's do second photo. Brilliant. Here we go. So what do we have here? You know what? I am a simple woman. I see women with assault rifles and my heart just skips a beat. So this is my favorite. Let's analyze it. So there are a lot of very, very interesting details on this image. We won't be using an image reverse search or Google Lens to find the name of this organization. Instead, we're just going to notice a few unusual things and put them all together. So the most striking feature feature of this photo is not the star that you see here. Look at that. Let me zoom this a bit. Not this star, or the fact that this AKS47 has a little camo jacket. What's up with that? It has a little cute outfit or something. Or not even that she's not wearing a mask to conceal her identity. No. The most striking feature is that this is a woman, and according to the task briefing, she is a member of a terrorist organization. Now, when you think of terrorists, you think of these, big guys, big weapons, lots of testosterone. Not this. This is unusual, and we can use that to our advantage. Let's start by Googling a few keywords together to see what shows up. So we're going to use here a terrorist organization female fighter, which is a good start because this is exactly what we're looking for. And let's check the images. Nice. So what we see here, we see a few flags. So there's a flag there. Here we go. And there is a flag there. We also see uncovered faces. We see some big ass weapons, military camouflage. Very exciting, very promising. We can even check out this article to see what is this about. ISIS are afraid of girls. Kurdish female fighters believe they have an unexpected advantage fighting in Syria. Oh, my heart just skipped a beat again. Okay, so the flag has a red star in the middle and the letters YPJ on it. Could this be it? Have we found our terrorist organization? No, we have not. So let's look at these details, shall we? First of all, the colors of the flag. So our photo number 2, here we go, photo number 2, zooming it again, here we go, shows a red star inside a yellow circle and no letters on it. The YPG flag also has a red star but sits on a green background. This one also has the letters YPJ on it and the other one doesn't. So there's a bit of a small discrepancy, but it's definitely worth looking into. So let's just check out the article since we're here anyway, right? So it says at the subheading that this is an all-women's faction of the YPG. Okay, so now we have the YPG and the YPJ, which are different. So the YPG is the main group and the YPJ is the female faction. Okay, I think I'm getting this. Underneath the photo, it says Kurdish People's Protection Units. At this point, we don't know if the Kurdish People's Protection Units refers to the YPJ or the YPG, even both. So we'll just Google this, see if we can find any information. Let's Google that. And what does Wikipedia say? Let's zoom. The People's Defense Units, YPG, also called People's Protection Units. Okay, let's click that. Okay, first impression, a new flag. I'm loving it. It's similar to the one we have on our task, but now there is a problem. There's always a problem. It says here, not to be confused with the Women's Protection Units, which is the YPJ we have previously seen. So the YPG with the yellow flag there on the right is the male-only faction, but our photo clearly shows a woman. So what's up with that? Okay, just stay with me, we're getting there, I swear. Quite often, different groups following the same ideology will share common themes in their logos and flags. This can be in terms of color, symbols, inscriptions, etc. There's something unifying them because their core reason to fight is the same, regardless of their area of operation. So far, we have found 2 flags with a red star in the middle, the YPG and the YPJ. This could be their unifying symbol, this star, something they all have in common. So there's a chance there's at least one or more women's only or maybe mixed group labeled as a terrorist organization, remember we're looking for that has a flag also containing a red star. We don't know how many of this exists, and we're looking for one that perfectly matches the logo that we see on photo 2, because at this point none of them are a great match. Hopefully we're not asking too much. So let's check their allegiance. What does it say here? It says the YPG, mainly Kurdish militant group in Syria and a primary component of the Syrian Democratic Forces. And if you click on the Women's Protection Units, it'll say more or less the same. The YPJ is part of the Syrian Democratic Forces. So let's click the Syrian Democratic Forces page. Okay, so right at the top it says SDF, mission fighting create secular democratic federalized Syria. The SDF is opposed by Turkey, who claims the group has direct links to the PKK. Look at that flag. Oh, I love it. Okay, so it says which it recognizes as a terrorist group. Look at what we're looking for. PKK terrorist group flag. This is good. This is good. Let's click this one now. Here we go. We're just happily following the trail, see where that leads us, right? So let's look at this flag again and let's look at this picture again. Zoom even more. Oh my god, this is a bit too zoomed, isn't it? Maybe not. Okay, that's fine. We have a circular image, red star in the middle. This is very similar. Right, so now we just need to confirm that they do have a women's unit. So if you search for the word women, there we go, Allegiance Free Women's Unit. Let's click on that, just clicking everything. And here we go, the Free Women's Unit, shortened from the Kurdish name as YJA Star, is the women's military wing of the PKK. So this flag now is a bit different, although it still has that red star in the middle, that yellow background that we're looking for. However, at this moment we have two women's only Kurdistan armed groups. Remember, we have the YPJ that we saw earlier and the YJA star, which is right in front of us. So let's just quickly make sure there's no more female only Kurdistan groups that may also have this logo. So let's search for Kurdistan armed women's groups, see how many are there. Maybe there's a list or something, I don't know. Great. So it says here that the YPG and the YPJ operate in Syria, and the YJ Star, which are part of the PKK, which we've seen, are based in Turkey and Iraq. So like I said, same ideology, different areas of operation. Let's click this link here in the hopes of finding photos that could match the one from our task number 2. Here we go. So let's just scroll a bit. Here we go. We have two here, one of each. So on the left, we have a fighter from Syria. It says there, which you now know is where the YPJ is active. And on the right, we have one from YJA Star, so the group that's affiliated with the PKK that operate in Turkey and Iraq. Unfortunately, none of them have the logo or weapons on them, but they have different uniforms. That is good. We can try to match the uniform seen on the exercise, this one, oh, it's too zoomed still. So this uniform here with one of these photos. Brilliant idea, if I must say so. The problem now is that none of them match. So the camouflage in our target, let's look at it again, is quite faint and has some strange grid on it. Look at that, there's a grid of some sort, lots of squares. But none of the uniforms on these women have this. The one from the YPJ has very strong colors, and the pattern is very tight. Let me zoom this a bit. There you go, you can see a bit better. And the one from the YJA Star has no pattern at all. So what do we do now? You can scroll a bit more and it'll be the same. The YJA Star have no pattern on it, and the YPJ have a pattern that it's not the same that we're looking for. Okay, don't give up now, we're almost there, I swear. So one thing we know about armed groups labeled as terrorist organizations is that often they have to make do with what they have. They operate outside of a recognized government, so often their clothes and weapons are whatever they can get their hands on. So it is entirely possible that the uniforms seen on this CNN article, so this one's there or this one, and the ones here were not the same ones that were in use by this group when this photo was taken. So let's go back to Google and we're going to type two different things. So on one hand, we're going to type YPJ uniform and the pictures, and the other one we're going to have the YJ Star uniform and pictures. Here we go, let's go back again. Brilliant. Okay, so first impressions, the YPJ uniform appears to be the same as we have seen in the CNN article. So strong colors, very tight pattern all around. Here we go. And also we can see the flag there. On the other hand, the YJA Star uniform also has camouflage, which we hadn't seen before. Look at that. I see a lot of camouflage and I see the other flag as well. So let's just click this first photo here, because this one here has the YJA Star flag on it. So we are 100% sure these women belong to this group. Let's check it out. And I'm going to just check the picture, that's what I'm interested. And now I'm going to put this one side by side with the other one. Great, here we go. Similar camouflage pattern. Look at that. Faint colors with the grid on it. So you can actually see there's some grid on it. There's some better photos, but you can see on this ones as well. Both are wearing sleeveless jacket with two sets of pockets. One at the bottom, one at the chest area here. Let's see if I can zoom there so you can see, maybe not this one, this one. So there you go. This is a jacket. So this is a sleeveless jacket and it has a shirt underneath. So there you go. You can see there where it's cutting. So this is a jacket with a sleeve. And then you can see the pocket from the bottom and the pocket in the chest, and the pocket here at the bottom and the pocket on the chest. The jacket has a zipper. Here you go. You can see the zip here and it's open. Same here. You can see where the zip finished there and it's quite open. They're wearing their shirt and button right at the top. So look at that. It's quite wide open there, and you can see the bit of the lapel here as well. So the lapel there, it's there, and the sleeves are not all the way down. So you can see this lady here here. They're folded all the way to just underneath the elbow. So that and that one as well. You can see the other ones have their hands behind the back, but there's other pictures that you see as well. But if you go to the article that we've opened here, there's a video, and then you can just pause the video. You can see exactly what I'm talking about. You can see how it's a vest, and there's the pockets, there the zip is open, and how it's folded. Look at that, the sleeve is folded. All of it matches this lady here. So overall, this woman and this woman here are all wearing the same uniform, which belongs to the YJA Star. Here we go, a faction of the PKK, which is considered a terrorist organization by several countries. We have solved it. There were other ways to get this answer, probably faster as well. In fact, here you go. I'm going to quickly show you. If you had an image reverse search using Yandex, you have ended up with a few results from the YJA Star. So if you click on it, you can see a few. So there's one there, there's a few here around. You still have to do a few checks though. However, I wanted to show you the longer process because it is crucial in an OSINT investigation. You will always need to back up your assessment with tangible evidence, and that is what we did. We looked at all these tiny details, put them all together, and understood how they relate to each other. All these groups that are connected and operate in different areas. Okay, a long video. Let's hit the third and last one. You know, between you and me, this exercise initially had 4 images, but then I thought to myself, no one has time for this. I need to cut one off. Also, I cannot be arsed to edit so much, sorry. So there you go. Let's just close all of this. Don't need any of this. And we're going to open the third photo, this one, photo 3. Okay, let's do this. If you paid enough attention to this photo, you would have solved it in seconds. If you didn't pay attention, you spent ages trying to figure this one out, but it's actually very easy. So what we see, there's a group of individuals, they're probably all men doing some sort of exercise. They're wearing camouflage, so the t-shirt is darker than the trousers, but both items have camouflage pattern on them. They have knees and elbow pads. You can see how they're all wearing that, and their faces are covered with a dark fabric, some of which have some white inscription on it. So some of it is not completely black, there's some white on it. The majority of them are wearing white or cream, I don't know, shoes, with a couple of them that seem to be black. The area is very rocky, possibly mountainous, and there's a flag. There is a flag. So the most important detail of this image is this flag, obviously. And by now you should know how much militant organizations love their flags. And remember how I said earlier that similar ideologies will share common themes. This could be a red star, like we saw on the task before, or in this case, the black and white colors that we see here. And do you know who loves black and white flags? Al-Qaeda, Islamic State, Taliban, Boko Haram, etc. And what do they all have in common? They're all Islamic fundamentalist groups. This choice of colors is rooted in symbolism associated with their own interpretation of Islamic history and traditions. And of course, I'm not saying that all Islamic fundamentalist groups are terrorist organizations. I'm saying that we're looking for a terrorist group. There's a black and white flag, so we can deduct we're probably looking for one that follows an extreme interpretation of Islam. With that in mind, let's try to identify this flag. You may have tried using Google Lens on this photo only to realize, so I'm going to show you that for whatever reason, Google Lens hates this image and does not give any results, no results for this image. You can keep clicking, and it keeps saying no results for this image. I have no idea why, but I'm very happy it does this, because now we have to do the smart way. And with that in mind, let's describe the flag. I often describe things to Google, it's very useful. We're going to search for terrorist organization, black, white, flag, triangle. Remember, this flag has a triangle here. It's a triangular shape, so this is very unusual. Let's see if there's anything we can find. I'm going to check images because I want to see pictures, and look at that, the first one, beautiful. I told you it was easy. There's a problem though, it's a small problem. It's on Reddit, and some subreddits are dedicated to imaginary flags. This is not one of them, but it's always good to confirm regardless. So we're going to copy paste his name, Jaish ul Adl, to Google, and here we go. see what we can get. Again, images. I want to see images. Let's scroll. What can you see here? Oh, look at that. Beautiful. It's the same flag. Has black, has a white triangle, and has some sort of inscription. Let's look at it again. Let's zoom. It's not going to be great, but anyway. There's a black background, there's a white triangle, and there's something on it, which could be this inscription. And if you keep scrolling, let's see, what are we going to find? These dudes, they look very familiar. Let's put this picture side by side with ours. And look at that, they're wearing the exact same clothes. They have the knees and elbow pads. They have the black face covering with some white on it. They obviously have the flag and they have a rocky background. There's enough evidence to confirm that this photo here belongs to the Jaish al-Adl. And it's done. I can also confirm it's 100% the same group because this photo here is a screenshot from a propaganda video, and this scene was also on that footage. In fact, all the photos from this exercise, so all 3 photos here, came from propaganda videos shared by the groups themselves. I'm not telling you where I found them because the last thing I want to do is to direct people to terrorist organizations. I'm not doing that. I hope you enjoyed this exercise though. I had a lot of fun preparing it. Please stay out of trouble and do not join a terrorist group. Do leave a comment though. I like reading them. Have a great week.